Speed! 行くぞ!
Luffy's new ultimate gear 4th technique, Beast Mode, by legendary anime. Hi everyone, Flying Panda. Monkey D. Luffy to date has already shown us 2 of his gear 4th transformations, so how many transformations are there? Luffy's gear 4th transformation were inspired by the very animals he trained alongside, and 4 of those animals are the prime basis for each transformation. Other animals such as the elephant inspire attacks like Elephant Gun. 4 animals are Gorilla, Crocodile, Tiger, and Lion. Each transformation not only represents the animal it's based on, but each one has a different purpose. That is to say, they each use a form of Haki. There are 3 forms of Haki, and as mentioned, 4 transformations, so how can each have a form? I'll start with Boundman. Boundman is the gorilla form, easy to understand considering its ultimate attack is Kongan, which is based off King Kong. The gorilla form is about strength, and though this should be the primary basis for the Ultimate Haki, it is more centered around his devil fruit, the Gomu Gomu no Mi. Ultimate Haki is used in this form to help increase the build-up of pressure as Luffy retracts his fish into his forearms to create the cannon effect. The force of pressure is what gives it its explosive power. Same for his legs, whether they're attacking or propelling him through the air, it works on the same principle. The devil fruit is the main condition for this transformation, which is why it confuses Luffy, as Ultimate Haki should have made Luffy's rubber skin more solid to touch, but instead it's more like a rubber iron ball. Next is Tank Man. Tank Man is the crocodile basis form of Gear 4. This technique is primarily based on Ultimate Haki, as his defense became that much stronger that he can block even Cracker's sword, which Boundman couldn't. Now if you take into account the thick hide of a crocodile, it makes sense that this form is based on the crocodile. Also the way in which Luffy uses this form to attack. Like the crocodile, Luffy traps his enemy in his stomach, and after compressing the enemy, then launches at him like a cannonball. The technique is based on the new power of a crocodile, which is incredibly powerful, and the use of his belly is the crocodile's killer move, the belly roll. Before we move on to the next form, it is this next form that I believe will be the form that beats Dogtooth. For this form is quite possibly the only way to surpass Dogtooth's power of observation. Luffy has now figured out his enemy's power and will now change gears, pun intended. The third form of Gear 4 is the Tiger form, Rocket Man. Rocket Man will be the form that is used mostly on speed. It won't have much power as the former 2, but its speed will be unmatched. Luffy will assume in all 4 styles, much like Kiba from Naruto. This will be the crouching tiger effect. Luffy's Haki will be focused on his hands and feet to help him move at incredible speed. The speed will be extreme, which is why the main base of this form will be observational Haki. In order to focus on hitting and dodging his target's observational Haki, will increase his senses to the point that everything else is moving in slow motion. The tiger is the largest species of cat in the world, but on the island of Rasukena, it seems to be smaller than the other animals. This isn't a downside, however, as Luffy takes on the form of the tiger to gain maximum speed. His body will need to be smaller and lighter. Now we know that Luffy uses muscle balloon to activate Gear 4 forms, and this bulked up the muscles much good for speed. There is a way to reverse this effect. Luffy will use Life Return, literally meaning life existence return. Using Life Return, Lochi makes his half leopard form smaller, lighter, and possibly increasing his speed. At any rate, he's much more agile in his form and hard to hit, as opposed to his hulking normal half leopard form. In One Piece Adventure dubbed by Funimation, this is called Rebirth, sketch form, and in the Viz manga, this is called Life Return. This is how Luffy will compensate for the bulk of muscle balloon and make his body lighter, smaller, lighter and more agile. This form will be the perfect counter to Dog-Tooth's observational Haki, as even if he can predict Luffy's next move, he won't have time to dodge or counter it. He will be at the mercies of Luffy's continuous attacks, which will wear him down bit by bit. And lastly, is the final form of Gear 4, the Lion form, Boss Man. Before you judge the name that we'll come up with, ask yourself, who is the boss of the jungle? The king of the beasts, the lion. Boss Man is the final form of Gear 4 and will be the strongest one yet, as this form will be centered around Crocodile's Haki. We've seen that Luffy has complete control over King's Haki now and has even displayed it with use of unmatched Haki in his fight against Don Jinzhao. Luffy will take on a form possibly similar to Boundman, but he won't be bouncing. His Haki will form around his upper torso and make a lion's mane resemble the lion. In this form, Luffy will be letting off intense mental pressure, much like Shanks' when he boarded Whitebeard's ship. All his forms of Haki and their fruit power will be dramatically increased, and while in this state, will be on par with that of a Yonko. The only drawback to this form will be the time limit and the damage it would take due to the immense power of the form. The form could only last maybe 10 seconds, and the recovery time could take days or weeks. It's a double-edged sword and a last resort move. This is likely the form Luffy will have to take in order to defeat Kaido, the Yonko called the King of the Beasts versus the King of the Beast's power. I hope you enjoyed that video. Here's a bonus video, the 5 facts about Gear 4 Tank Man. I hope you enjoy this bonus video. Hi everyone, I just created a new Discord. Please click the link down below. See you right there. Please give like, and if you haven't, please subscribe to Flying Panda.